After the flood during Noah's time, many years later, a descendant of his son Shem was born, Abram. Abram lived in the great city of Ur. He lived a comfortable life, was wealthy, and respected by people because he followed God's ways. But one day, God said to him, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you." Although Abram didn't know where he was going, he obeyed. With his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot, he left everything behind and began a long journey toward an unknown land, which later became Canaan and is known today as Israel. During this journey, he faced famine, danger, and disappointment, but wherever he stopped, he built altars and worshipped God. Many years passed. Abram and Sarai grew old, but they had no children. God kept promising Abram that he would have many descendants, but as time passed, Sarai remained barren. Struggling with doubt, Sarai came up with a plan. She told Abram to have a child with her Egyptian maidservant Hagar. Out of love for his wife, Abram agreed. After marriage, Hagar became pregnant. But after the pregnancy, tension increased in the household. Sarai treated Hagar harshly, and Hagar fled into the wilderness. There, an angel of the Lord found Hagar and gently said, "Return and submit to Sarai. You will have a son, and you shall name him Ishmael, for the Lord has heard your suffering." Hagar obeyed, and Ishmael was born. Yet God made it clear that his promise would be fulfilled through Sarai's son, not through Hagar's. One hot afternoon, as Abraham sat near his tent under the oaks of Mamre, he saw 3 mysterious men approaching. He ran to welcome them and unknowingly welcomed his God and 2 of his angels. As they ate in the shade, one of the angels said to Abraham, "This time next year, your wife Sarah will have a son." Sarah, listening from inside the tent, laughed, thinking, how could this be possible in her old age? But the Lord said, "Is anything too hard for me?" And as promised, a year later, Isaac was born, his name meaning laughter. Though Abraham loved both his sons, God made it clear that Isaac was the child of the promise. Eventually, at God's command, Abraham sent Hagar and Ishmael away. But God did not forget them. He promised that Ishmael would also become a great nation and protected them in the wilderness. Abraham lived many more years. Although he did not see the complete fulfillment of God's promise with his own eyes, he died in faith, trusting the same God who had led him from Ur to Canaan. Faith sometimes means walking into the unknown. God's promises aren't always fulfilled immediately, but they are always true. Even when we make mistakes, like in the case of Hagar, God shows compassion and still works through us. Nothing is impossible for God. Abraham's story teaches us that we must walk with faith, obedience, and trust. Even when the path is hard or the promise seems delayed, we must remain faithful.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. To watch more videos on Bible, subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.